Although the majority of individuals are hesitant to acknowledge it, they are aware that they are unable to progress due to a lack of opportunity. They are unable to progress because they continue to prioritize comfort over fortitude. We enjoy expressing that we are awaiting the appropriate moment. We convince ourselves that we are being responsible. We are contemplating the matter. We will commence the business after we have amassed the necessary funds. This will be the time to commence our workouts once life begins to calm down. That we will eventually write the book, pose the question, and take the plunge. However, the stark reality is that you are not waiting. You are concealing yourself. You are delaying. You are in motion. Not only are they fleeing from any particular objective, but they are also fleeing the uncomfortable, unavoidable process of growth. The myth of "I'm not ready yet." It is time to dispel this misconception. You will never truly feel prepared. No day is truly magical in which the stars align, your dread vanishes, your schedule becomes uncluttered, and the appropriate individuals arrive to encourage. On that particular day, it is non-existent. This moment, imperfect, inconvenient, and precisely the point at which growth commences, is what exists. Individuals often conflate readiness with certainty. They believe that growth should occur after their confidence. However, genuine confidence is not immediately achieved. It is developed through action, repetition, and failure. This is the reason why a significant number of individuals remain in their current location. They are anticipating the sensation of something that can only be acquired by commencing. It is a cycle that ensnares millions. You are not procrastinating, you are avoiding yourself. That which you are fleeing is not the objective. Rather, it is the individual you must become to achieve it. Growth is a challenging endeavour. It dictates that change be implemented. Additionally, the sensation of fire is unpleasant. Consequently, you turn your gaze elsewhere. Instead of initiating, you browse. Instead of performing the task, you arrange your workstation. However, the stark irony is that the more you avoid that labour, the more painful life becomes. As a result of the perpetual agony of remaining diminutive, it gradually becomes heavier and quieter, akin to donning chains composed of justifications. You are not merely postponing your objectives when you delay your growth. You are also directing your psyche to remain silent and remain still. Logic is disguised as fear. Fear does not always manifest itself in a loud, shouting manner. Occasionally, it communicates through the voice of reason. It is stated that it is not the appropriate time. It is advisable to delay until the situation is more stable. We should exercise caution. What if you are unsuccessful and appear incompetent? Fear is astute. It is averse to being exposed. Therefore, it dons a disguise that appears to be a warning, similar to intellect, similar to accountability. However, you are aware of this fact. You are aware that your genuine apprehension is the prospect of being observed as attempting and failing. You are hesitant to confess that you desire more, to be vulnerable, or to stretch, because desiring more necessitates acknowledging that one's current circumstances are inadequate, and that is a horrifying reality to confront. Choosing a slower death is the same as running from growth. Growth is a source of anxiety. It incurs expenses, but the cost of evading growth is everything. You continue to experience the attraction. The tension in your thorax is palpable. The ache is palpable in your bones. Your spirit is screaming, "We were intended for more." However, you have become so adept at disregarding it that it now appears as background noise. That is the appearance of a gradual death, not in terms of physical appearance, but in terms of purpose. You are the one restricting your progress, not the world. The universe is an easy target for blame, to indicate the economy. Alternatively, your occupation. Alternatively, your parents. Alternatively, your psychological well-being. Certainly each of those factors is significant. Indeed, existence is unjust. However, this is the aspect that you must not disregard. Numerous individuals have constructed higher quality lives despite their more adverse circumstances, because at some point they ceased to await permission. They ceased to offer justifications. They did not perceive themselves as prepared, however they proceeded regardless. The door to advancement does not swing open for those who wait. It provides sufficient access for individuals who use their hands, feet, and claws to force their way through. And if you are unwilling to do so, do not anticipate that your future will accommodate you. Motivation is not necessary, movement is. We are fixated on motivation. We anticipate the ideal video, the appropriate quotation, or the moment of inspiration that will transport us from our seats to the heights of success. Motivation is not what you require. You require physical activity. Belief is established through action. The reverse is not the case. You do not commence with confidence, rather you develop it through the process of commencing. Every modest stride forward is a vote for the individual you are becoming. Inquire about yourself this question and provide an honest response. Is it a failure, or is it being observed as an attempt that ultimately fails? Is there any discomfort? Alternatively, is it the feedback you receive from others when you transform? Is it uncertainty? Or is it the loss of your identity that has served as a safeguard? The narrative you have been telling yourself must be disrupted to progress. And that narrative, I am not prepared, I am not that person, I could never, is the comforting blanket you have encircled your potential. You are the only one who can open the door to growth. No one is approaching to exert pressure on you. No one is going to provide you with a map. No one will force you to embrace the version of yourself that is more resilient, daring, and liberated. Growth is not an accident, it is a deliberate decision. You do not unintentionally enter a new existence, you construct it. However, what is the alternative? Are you experiencing ongoing stagnation, feeling numb, feeling remorseful? Those are not the realities of existence. That is the process of degradation in slow motion. You are entitled to superior treatment. Additionally, delaying is preferable. However, the delay is not interminable. You are not awaiting, you are refraining from doing so. You are you are experiencing hesitation. It is not too late. However, it will not continue indefinitely. In order to experience development, it is necessary to approach the fire. If this video hits you, drop a like, subscribe for more brutally honest deep dives, and share your take in the comments.